What's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today is a 2022 recap with a Q&A I've posted on my Instagram and community page, and basically you guys asked a bunch of questions. I'm gonna try answering as many as I can. Today's video is sponsored by Swifter. Not really, but I thought it'd be kind of cool and funny to use this as a mic stand. So if you're wondering about this, that is why. 2022 has been one hell of a year. It's definitely been one of the rougher ones for myself, for the channel, and just like life in general. I'm a new dad, so sleep is non-existent, and balancing work, YouTube, a child, and starting the Street Legacy brand. I don't know if I'm in frame, but you can see I started a new brand, a new clothing brand, and it's been a lot of work, but it's been fun. It's been a hell of a ride, and I don't regret anything, which is really good. But let's get into the Q&As. I feel like I haven't made a video for you guys in the longest time. I think it took about a 2 to 3 week break, but it felt nice to just spend time with the family, kind of like wind down a little bit and get myself prepped for 2023. 2023 is going to be a heck of a year. I have high hopes, I have a lot of plans, and we have a new vehicle coming. So let's get into some Q&As. I'm gonna grab my phone just because I gotta read them there, and let's get into it. So we're gonna start off with a YouTube community page. If this is the first time you're watching the channel, make sure you hit your notification buttons. Like this, I can read your comments and you'll know when I post something, and basically just gives you, a notification alert. Let's see, first question, my boy Vic Wavy. Vic Wavy is one of our sponsored cars on Street Legacy. If you wanna be sponsored by Street Legacy, DM us on Instagram. I will put the Instagram here on the screen and down below. Basically just give us some photos of the car, what shows you go to and all that, and then we can shoot you guys some awesome banners, clothing, and a bunch of stuff coming for 2023. So his question, out of all cars you've owned, which was your favorite and which was your least favorite and why? That's a very tough question. I'm gonna say my favorite car till this day, as much as I love the 10th gen, it had to be my 8th gen. If you saw it, it was absolutely nuts. I'll post a picture here so you guys can see it. I had a lot of carbon, it was supercharged. I had basically everything done aside from building the motor and transmission. The car pushed almost 400 horsepower and it was a beast. It was so much fun. But the issue is I built that before I started the YouTube channel, so I didn't have a lot of content left with it. And I want to build cars on this channel, and I want to build it in my garage to show you guys that you can build stuff in a small space with no mechanical experience and just learn. And that was my big thing, is learning. And throughout these couple of years of doing YouTube, I've learned so much. I ended up landing a job in the automotive field, which is really cool. I work for Garage 16. You guys can check us out. We sell a bunch of cool aftermarket parts, especially for Honda, Acura's, and all JDM stuff. But you can always check me out there. Let's see, the least favorite car and why. Let me think about, I had an 8th gen base before, and that was probably my least favorite, but that's the car that kind of got me into it, and that wasn't on the channel. So I'm gonna talk about a car that was probably on the channel. And I'm going to say, as bad as it sounds, my CR-V. I've had a lot of wicked cars, so I think the CR-V just being automatic in an SUV is the least fun. I did lift it and it looks awesome. We have some all-terrain tires. I haven't really gone off-roading or overlanding or anything like that, so maybe that's why I haven't fully experienced it, but I'm just gonna say the CR-V is the least favorite at the moment. So D Rodriguez says, what is your opinion on the new WRX? Currently have a 10th gen and thinking about changing WRX. I don't know about reliability and tuning it. I actually reviewed a new WRX, so go check out that video. I basically talked about everything, and would I trade my 10th gen for one? If your 10th gen is stock to stock, the WRX may be more fun. Reliability, WRXs are totally fine as long as you maintain them properly. It's not a Honda, so it can't take as much beating, so you have to be very careful with what you do and how you do it. Make sure your oil is good. If you're gonna go sliding around or tracking, make sure you have a baffled oil pan and a good pickup. That is a huge thing with the WRXs in any car, really. If you have a bunch of stuff done to your 10th gen and you're thinking about getting a stock WRX, I don't think I would. If you're into rally and winter driving, like here we have winter, so it's definitely usable, but to be honest, I drove a lower 10th gen in the winter. I just downsized to 17-inch wheels and tires and put a winter tire on there and lost maybe like 5 lips in 4 years, but it was fun. So would I trade it? It all depends on your situation. I would say if you want to enjoy more all-wheel drive stuff, sure. If you have a lot of stuff done to your 10th gen and you're enjoying it, just keep going with it. It's a fun car. So Daniel has concerns for the longevity of the 10th gen SI after 100,000 miles. Keep an eye on your oil. Oil's a huge thing. I think if your car is stock, or like very lightly modified, you might be okay. But I think if it's heavily modified with bigger turbo and everything, you might go through a block eventually. It's not the best block in the world. Unfortunately, as you guys have probably seen all the forums, they do break down quite easily after mods. So my whole thing is if you keep it under 300 horsepower, I think that is like the safe number. But over time, it's just it depends how you drive too, right? If you track the car, if you beat on it, if you drive, you know, kind of like lightly and normal and you just do pulls here and there, I think you're okay. If you beat the heck out of the car, I would definitely prepare for a second block, in my opinion. I have a bunch of questions on Instagram here. Okay, so what was my first ever car? My first ever car, I shared a car with my parents. It was a 2008 Honda Civic automatic, like an LX or something like that. But my first ever build, it was a 2002 EP3 SIR. And that was the first car. I knew how to drive standard previously, but it's my first standard car. And that's where I really dialed in the skills of misshifting third and doing all that. It was, I thought I was cool. I leaned really far back and the shifter sits up high and I could never get in third gear. And I thought it was my driving capabilities. It probably was a little bit, but it was a lot because of my seating position. Seating position's huge. Someone asked me, have you decided to slam or off-road? I'm assuming you're talking about the CR-V. The CR-V is lifted and I'm ideally gonna off-road it. That's the plan. Is a Type R coming to the channel? Eventually, yes. I do. It's one of my bucket list cars to have an FK Type R or even an FL5. I do like both. Just right now, in this point in time, it makes no sense for me. And the way our economy is going, I'm just gonna wait. I think if I wait, it's gonna help me big time. And the next car we have is gonna be quite wild. I actually have it. It's just you guys haven't seen it, and it's gonna be something that hasn't been covered on YouTube quite a bit. But it's definitely gonna be intriguing because a lot of you guys have them. Another one. When's the Type R coming to the channel? Sometime soon. If this year does really well for me, it'll happen sooner. So if you guys want to like, comment, subscribe, share the videos, and make sure your notifications on and watch every video. It's something small. It takes a bit of your time, but it really helps on my end, especially YouTube analytics. Especially if you like the video and you watch the entire video, that makes a huge difference. So the more I have you guys watching and, you know, helping your boy and sharing and all that, the more cool stuff can happen to the channel. Would I ever do a B series build? Yes. So if you guys saw my K-swap, EK or EJ, whatever you want to call it, ideally my plan was to be boosted. So B swap with a boost was a D series automatic, and Alex had a 06 R6 Type S that he was going to part out, and it just worked out well where I was able to do the K-swap. But I would love to do a B series boosted build. I would love to put the B series in a car that doesn't have a B series or doesn't see a B series often. So something really cool. So that is definitely on my mind, and I have a few like options of vehicles that I want to put it in. It's going to take a lot of fabricating, and I'm going to have to team up with a few people. So if you're a great fabricator and you want to work on some cool stuff, message me. What was one thing, car or person that got you into cars and automotive? Very good question. So it's probably like a two-part answer. Number one, my mom and dad actually had a two-door DA in red GSR. I think that's where my love from Honda stems, because I absolutely love the car, but they had to get rid of it because, you know, family stuff, getting a minivan, a four-door and stuff. But I was pretty much raised in an Integra, which is super cool. Nothing was done to it. It was stock. It was in pretty good condition. Just a few mechanical stuff kind of went on with it, and just spacing issue. But that made me absolutely love the car. One of the cars that I will build eventually is going to be an Integra, and I'm hoping, if my dad's not watching this, that I'm going to rebuild one and give it to him and see if how happy he would be. Even my mom, she loves it too. They would probably be so happy to have it, and I just want to restore it, keep it stock, maybe a few light modifications, and that'd be cool. So that's what initially started the love for Hondas and cars. All I wanted as a kid also was cars and action figures, and every car I got, I would take the wheels apart, modify them and do all that. My mom said a car wouldn't last in my hands, and like if she bought me like any sort of car within 10 minutes, it would be a part. So I think that's where the love stems from. And what got me into the aftermarket scene is Alex, the guy in my videos. So pretty much I had a stock 8th gen automatic, which was my parents, and then he convinced me, he's like, hey, do some HIDs. They're really cool. And I was like, okay. I did the HIDs, and he's like, hey man, you should do an intake. An intake's really fun, and you can get some cool noises and make your car a little faster. So I saved up my money. I was in school at the time, didn't have a lot of money, saved up my pennies, and I bought an intake, and it just ricocheted from there. And it was automatic. So I hated that it was automatic. No offense to like anyone who drives automatic, nothing wrong with it. It just, I always wanted a standard car, and I knew how to drive standard. My parents taught me how to drive standard in private areas since I was like 13. And so I really knew the basic fundamentals of driving standard, but I drove automatic. I love that car. I did my first modifications on it. It was the scariest thing in the world when you first modify a car. But now I can just like cut into anything, which, you know, I guess I'm numb from that. But yeah, so it's a combination of my parents, my upbringing, and Alex getting into the modified scene. And now Alex is not so much into it anymore because, you know, we're adults and stuff, but I'm heavily into it, as you guys can see. So that's a long answer, but that's part of my life. This is why we're doing this. You're learning a little bit about me. Ooh, let's see. Are you going to do another Rice or Nice video? I want to resubmit my car. You know what? If you guys do want to see another, like, so basically I did a video where I rated your cars, and it was a cool way of connecting. So if you guys do want to see that, comment down below and be like, hey, I want to see another, you know, Rice or Nice segment. And I think I should bring it back. I think it's a nice change of pace instead of just building cars and doing all that. Getting the Type R, so 10th or 11th. So this is a big question. Right now, the market, they're about $10,000 apart. So it's not a lot of money. It's a lot of money, but not a lot of money from a used to a new car, right? If the Type Rs are around $30,000, I'd probably go a Type R, like an FK8. But if I'm going to spend 40 to 50, I might as well get an FL5, something brand new. So it all depends where the market stands. I do like the FK8s more. I'm more of a, you know, a hot boy like that. I do enjoy the aggressive lines and all that on the car. The FL5 is really nice too, but I think the FK8 takes it for me. Maybe because I've seen it longer and I'm more used to it. I think the FL5, once it's done, will look really nice, but to get back to the question, I'll go FK8. Thought on the new Street Hunter narrow body kit? I'll be honest, the narrow body kit, I actually like it. It almost looks like the SDI kit, just like kind of not revamped, but it gives it more wow, like bigger lines. It's like, it just makes the car look a little more aggressive. I do like the Street Hunter front lip a lot, but once it gets to Canada, it's around $1,000. And I know I'm gonna break it, so that is why I don't have it yet. If the car becomes a show car, which I don't think it's gonna be, I think I might actually start tracking the BRZ a little bit too. I'll get it, but until then, I'll probably just get cheap front lips, just because honestly, man, I don't want to break it, right? And I have a tendency of breaking front lips. My 10th gen, I think I broke 5 lips in 4 years, maybe even more, maybe 6 lips, thinking about it now. But I do like it. I think they did a really good job with it. I do like the spoiler too, the front lip, and all the accent pieces they have. Would I sell the BRZ for a Civic Type R? If it was a straight trade, yeah, I would do it. I love the BRZ, it's rear-wheel drive, but I'm a Honda boy at heart, and I always will be. And an FK8, especially if it's done up like my buddy Ricardo's, I reviewed it, it was absolutely nuts. I had so much fun in that car, and it was just so, like, the car was so perfect. I had 0 complaints, and usually I'm pretty nitpicky with cars, even though it probably doesn't look like it on camera. It's just like, you know, I get very nitpicky with certain things, and the way the car drives, brakes, feels, and the FK8 was like 10 out of 10 for me, especially the way he set it up. I had so much fun, and yes, I would do it. If someone's like, hey, I'll trade you the BRZ for an FK8, and you know, they're similar in like condition and everything like that, yeah, I'd do it. Never Late on Instagram asks, when time comes, would you ever do engine swaps? If so, what engine would you do? Well, if you know the channel, we've done one swap on the channel. We did a K swap in my garage with limited tools, limited space, and it's possible. And yes, a K swap is my weapon of choice. The K holds so much power. It's a smaller motor compared to LS's and all that. And if you put a little bit of boost in that K, it can make a hell of a lot of power. And pretty much all I'm telling you guys right now is the next car is gonna be K swap and eventually boosted. Would I ever supercharge or turbo the BRZ? I'll be honest, I'll probably turbo it just because I've supercharged a car before, and HKS claims they have a kit that makes 400 horsepower with a bolt-on kit. I would definitely do that. I think 400 horsepower on the BRZ is more than enough. I'd probably want to detune it actually to make around 350s just so the motor can last a little longer. So I'd probably go with the HKS kit. Am I going wide body on the BRZ? I have no plans on it unless, you know, an opportunity comes, but I have no plans on going wide body. I think the stock body looks fantastic, has fantastic lines. It's a wide car just from factory, and I think just utilizing those lines and the way the car looks with certain wheels, you can achieve a really nice look. Accessorize it with like a front lip, you know, side skirts, spoiler, stuff like that. You can make the car look really nice. So, you know, Matthews asked me, one car I would bring back to my collection my 8th gen. I love that freaking 8th gen. It's either the 8th gen or the K-Swap EK. The K-Swap EK, Alex and I did so much work in such a small period of time. It was insane in the small garage. The 8th gen was a collaboration of like 7 years of work, 8 years of work, but it was so nice and so well done. And I learned so much on the 8th gen where I didn't realize, but I kind of left like a legacy behind with that car. So, you see Street Legacy? That's kind of the whole point about Street Legacy. I left a legacy behind with that car that I didn't realize until I got rid of it. And then once I got rid of it, a ton of people started talking to me about it. And I was like, damn, I didn't realize that my build, my vision made such a mark on the car community around here. I thought I was just another person in the crowd with the hundreds and hundreds of cars that are modified, but it was cool to know that I made a mark in the car community. So that's the whole premise and function, and like my whole goal behind Street Legacy is like just leaving a mark behind, you know, being remembered, and just showing off your hard work and your styling. It's almost like having a piece of art on the wall and just, you know, showing it off and just hoping that people remember the hard work you put behind that. So how's it that I'm so handsome? I'm not. I'm aging like a ball sack. Am I going to do a 86 BRZ meet? If you guys want me to do 86 BRZ meet, we can definitely do one. We can do one in winter if some of you guys are driving it, but I think springtime would be best. I guess it would be kind of cool just to do something secluded with the 86 and BRZs, but I do host a couple meets a year where everybody's involved, and I kind of like that a little better. We're not secluding people, we're inviting everyone. It's a bigger turnout, so much more fun. But if you guys do want just a solely 86 BRZ meet, let me know. I think it'd be some cool footage of that too, especially if you guys are rocking the Street Legacy stuff. So great question. What is your dream car and when do you think you'll be able to get it? I'll be honest with you guys. I have a few cars. I don't have like a one car goal. There's like a few cars I would like to get. Like I'd love a GTR, like an R35, an R32. If I can get an R32, that'd be great. If it's a GTR, I don't think I can get it anytime soon. I'll be honest with you guys. If I get like a GTS T or whatever it's called, a GTS, I can definitely get one of those. But I don't think I'm ready for it. I think I'm gonna stick in the Hondas and Subarus for a little longer and then explore when I'm bigger on YouTube, just so I can have a bigger resource, bigger funds, and bigger everything, bigger space, just to get into that type of stuff. But one of my favorite cars that I think I can get, I think one of my dream cars I'd like to get is an R35. It's kind of pushing it, but an R35 and an NSX would be great. Like I said, I don't have I love GT3 RSs. That would be like absolute goals. Maybe I can get a GT3 one day if prices drop. That's like my European like goal. M3, M4, like I got so many. I know a lot of you guys have that one car goal, but unfortunately I don't. I see a bigger vision. I want to start collecting cars when I have the space for it and everything. So yeah, we'll see. But favorite car, and when do I think I can get it? Let's do something realistic. I think an R35 is doable for me. Great question here. Do I miss my SI, my 10th gen? Yes, I do. It was probably the best daily sports car I've ever had. I had so much done to it. Unfortunately, I got rid of it because I wanted to try something new with the BRZ. Do I regret like selling it a little bit? In certain aspects I do, and others I don't. The BRZ is my first rear-wheel drive car, and I'm loving it, and I'm really enjoying it. I think stock to stock, the BRZ blows the SI out of the park, especially for being like a sports car, track car. It wrecks it. But like modification to modification, the 10th gen does better because it's boosted. But yeah, I do miss it. Future plans for the BRZ, possible new projects. Great question. I want to go full bolt-on, tune the BRZ, HKS boost it, and probably start like tracking it. And I want to do a lot of suspension upgrades on this car and make it even better. From stock, it's fantastic. I can only imagine after we really stiffen up the car, maybe a cage and stuff like that. The BRZ is never going to be a daily, so I can definitely gut it, do all that fun stuff, and make it look really cool. And possible projects, I actually have one on the driveway right now that you guys do not know about. So that's going to be a daily race car that I have there. So I think you guys are gonna be excited about that one. Especially, I was about to say the brand of the car, I'm not gonna say the brand of the car. This is probably one of the best questions I've got yet. What is my exit strategy, career goals, income goals? This is a big question. I'm gonna give you just a few little points. It's a really in-depth question and there's a lot of possibilities. So I'm gonna do exit strategy afterwards. My career goal, honestly, guys, is to do YouTube full time. I have a great job at Garage 16, and it's probably the best job I've ever had in my life. So I don't mind doing what I'm doing now. I'm doing both, and if I can balance both, I'd like to continue to do both, because working at an aftermarket car shop is fantastic. I talk to all you guys, I get to connect, and it's just a dream job. So if I can do both, if I can make more money on YouTube and have more projects, move out of the house I'm in now, because I'm in a townhouse, and move to somewhere that has a bit of space, a bit of land, I can make my own shop. That is my goal. My exit strategy is to basically build Street Legacy to be a big enough brand where this can support my life, my goals. I can sell a bunch of merch, and just this can be like continuous revenue. And then I'm going to invest into a bunch of different things that I kind of don't want to get into on camera because it's personal. My goal is to have a secluded property with a garage on the same land and do all my YouTube from there, and still work at Garage 16 because I love the guys there. And yeah, I don't know. Awesome question, dude. And this is a question where, you know, it's like we have to sit down and talk about it. But my income goals, honestly, just to be financially free. There's no set number. I just don't want to look at the bank account. I just want to know that I can purchase things whenever I want to purchase it and be okay with it. I just want the stress of having bills to be off my back. And I think anywhere I would love to be anywhere in like the $500,000 plus mark. So that's my goal. I'm not gonna be unrealistic and talk about making millions. I'd love to, but if I can make anywhere between $300,000 to $500,000 a year, I'll be very, very happy. Thoughts on the GR Corolla? Honestly, I think they did a fantastic job with the car. Think about it. How many more turbo hatchback all-wheel drive cars are we really going to have in the upcoming future? I think Toyota listened to us. They did an amazing job. A 3-cylinder boosted car, hatchback, all-wheel drive, looks aggressive, and I'd love to get my hands on one. I think you guys did an absolutely amazing job, Toyota. If anyone has one eventually and wants me to do a review on it, I will do that willingly and happily. Hey Chris, will you ever be doing another subscriber review? Yes, comment down below, let me know if there's enough interest. I'll definitely will do it. Those videos do take a lot of time and a lot of effort, and I'll be honest with you guys, I do enjoy them because I connect with you guys a little more, but they take a lot of time, and time is very limited these days with me. So if I do have enough interest, I would love to. So comment down below. You can even say hashtag, you know, subscriber review, or, you know, rice or nice, whatever you guys want to do. Would I ever build a track car? It's happening. It's outside. It's a daily that's going to convert to a track car, a full out track car eventually, or the BRZ is going to turn into a full out track car. Depends what I like more on the track. Well, this year for 2023, my main goal is to track cars. I always get so caught up with building cars and not enough enjoying them. And my 2023 goal is to go to more shows, go to more car meets, go to more track days, and actually build a car with purpose. What is the best first car to start on? Honestly, I've thought about this, and I think it's the 8th gen. I'll say Honda first of all, and choose whatever you like within. Even the RSX is really good. Me personally, I would do an 8th gen again. I think the 8th gen SIs are an amazing motor. They have a lot of aftermarket support. You can get a 4-door, so you can still be functional. You can make it a track car, drag car, show car. When I mean there's a lot of aftermarket support, there's so much. And you have the FD2, which you got a lot of parts from there, and then you got Mugen, you got Spoon parts, you got a lot of stuff. So, 8th gen SI, 4-door especially. You can be fast, you can be functional, and you can look good, you can do everything in one. And the last question of the day: will I ever wrap my car? I'm actually planning, I would love to wrap the BRZ. The gray's up nice, I enjoy it, but I kind of want something a little more fun. So if any of you guys are into wrapping cars and want to work together, let me know. I will definitely be interested. Once again, I'm located in Canada. Unless somehow you're down here and want to do some cool stuff, we can do that. I'm in Toronto area. Yeah, I'd love to do the BRZ, and the new car outside, I would like to probably wrap eventually also. So that is it. I've answered as many questions as I could. I think this is gonna be a lengthy video, but I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you guys enjoy this type of video where you get to just sit down, chill, grab a coffee and talk with me, comment down below, let me know. We can do more of these. We can make this maybe a monthly thing. Maybe I can go live if you guys want to see me live and stutter and mess up a little more. At least with videos like this, I can edit out my stupidness, and yeah, I look a little more, you know, polishing a turd pretty much. But 2022 has been a rough one, but it's been rewarding, if that makes any sense. Like I said, I'm a new father. It's the best thing in the world. So if you're ever thinking about having a child and you're financially ready and you're in a position where you can do it, go for it. If it does happen without preparation, you'll be fine. Just take responsibility, work hard, and love that kid forever. Car-wise, 2023 goals: track cars, build cars with purpose, grow Street Legacy brand. If you guys want to support the brand, I'll be having shirts and sweaters coming up for 2023. Right now, it's only just decals and stickers. I have Lowpes sweaters, limited supply. If you guys do want a Lowpes sweater, an only Lowpes sweater, and you've been thinking about it, just know whatever supply I have left on the website, that is it. They are discontinued after this. And then we'll have some staple shirts and staple sweaters that will be on the website for Street Legacy. And then every other drop you'll see is going to be limited supply. Everything's going to be limited, ran once. If you buy it, you buy it. You miss it, you miss it. We're going to do something like that. I'm going to have a lot of cool accessories and stuff like that I want to bring into. I just kind of want to have a well-rounded website and a well-rounded brand. And Street Legacy is for anybody, right? You can be a track guy, you can be a show guy, you can be someone who builds the car for themselves and doesn't go to any meets, and you just want to rep. I'm so down with that. You can purchase a banner, a decal, whatever you want to do on the site. We're having some sales now, so get them before everything's gone. But like I said, once again, if you're into the Lowpes sweaters and you always want to buy one, you've been waiting off, there's not going to be any more after this. That is it. No more Lowpes stuff. It's all gonna be Street Legacy, and we're gonna run with that. I just wanna thank every single one of you that have watched my videos, liked my videos, even just like glanced at it and gave it some attention. Thank you so much. I put a lot of effort into this, and I hope it resonates with you guys, and you guys can see that. Another 2023 goal is to be more creative with my videos, bring up the quality, and I think every year I have been doing that. So if you watch my videos from years back to now, you can see that, you know, my quality's definitely got better. Even myself as a person in front of the camera, I think I've gotten a lot better too. My knowledge of cars have grown so much, and it's amazing. This year I'm hoping to work with some awesome people. And another thing I'm going to be doing is reviewing and highlighting amazing builds here in Canada, especially in my Toronto area here. I think we have some fantastic builds that need some more attention, more love, and my goal is to do that. So if you think you have something unique, something cool, and you want me to review it, just DM me on Instagram, just pew, 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 right over here, and we can hopefully make something happen. I do have a lineup of cars already, but that is one of my goals too. 2023 is gonna be a good one. I don't think I've ever came into a year where I feel like, you know, I have a lot of confidence. Every year's you know, a bit of uncertainty, but this year for once, all my cards are played right. They're all sitting in the good position. I'm ready for this year. I'm ready to like blow up this year. That's my plan. I'm gonna work so freaking hard. I can't wait to show you guys what we have in store. I hope you guys are hyped, but I think that's it. If you guys have any more questions, comment down below. I try to get into every single question. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I know it's a long one. If you stuck to the end, hashtag OG, because you are an OG if you stuck to the end. Thank you so much. If you guys would like, make sure you hit that like button, you comment, and you can subscribe. And if you're being extra gracious, share the video with your friends, and let's try getting myself to 30,000 subscribers. That is my goal. 30,000 I'd be insanely happy with. And then from there, we're gonna hit 50, 100, 100, 200. And then this is gonna be a full-time 3, 4, 5 day video a week type of thing. Right now, we're 1 video a week just because of time constraints and life. But the bigger we get, the more videos we get. Sometimes I give you guys 2, 3 videos a week, and just know that shit's hard, especially when you work long days, you have a baby at home crying, you don't sleep, and you're pumping out videos at decent quality. But 2023, tracking, building cars with purpose. We're gonna make our videos more fun. I'm gonna meet more of you guys. We're gonna go to shows, and we're gonna grow. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out. Do it once, do it right, and later. Oh.